The EU has 27 state members. The EU was formed after World War II to create a single market.
Alex, do you want to stay in or leave the European Union?
I would like to leave the European Union.
And why would you like to leave?
Well, weighing up all the factors, the migrant crisis, benefit caps, I think we should leave the European Union.
Okay. And Khalil, do you think we should stay or leave, or does it not affect you?
I think we should stay because I don't think it affects us.
Okay. These 24-year-olds do actually bother to vote. So why do you think it's important that the younger demographic get out and vote?
It's because there's something of a vicious cycle forming in the modern political system, and that's the fact that the young people don't care about the politicians, and therefore the politicians don't care about the young people. And this cycle just funds itself, and it keeps on going and going. And that gets to the point where, as we've seen, things like the capitulation on the tuition freeze promise, the exclusion of under 25s from the living wage, which by definition means that the current government don't believe people under 25 should be able to live on the kind of wage that they're getting. And I think the most revealing point was when Chris Grayling stood up in the House of Commons when pitching the idea for the EU referendum and said that the government would not support 16 to 18-year-olds voting because the referendum was about giving the people of Britain a choice as to the EU membership. And I think that kind of statement shows that the politicians don't care, and so we have to make them care. So get out, be active, and make sure you get your voice heard. Otherwise, it's just going to get worse and worse for young people forevermore.
The EU may seem a bit too out of reach for young people to care too much about it, but the European Union can affect you and your family in many, many ways. For example, the EU supports equal pay for both men and women, so young women going into the world of jobs can be more secure about the pay they're going to get. However, immigration has drastically increased because of the European Union, and this can cause a strain on school places and arguably burden the quality of education younger children receive. The EU has invested a lot in UK culture, arts and sports, especially in Wales and Scotland, so this improves the quality of life and exposure of young people. Her Majesty's Treasury pays £8.6 billion a year into the European Union, and some say we don't receive our fair share back. The EU has implemented loads of safety legislation, so it is now legal to use a car seat or a booster seat for younger children. It is also legislated on issues like climate change. It was debated in the House of Commons and the House of Lords whether 16 and 17-year-olds should vote in the referendum, as they did in the Scottish independence referendum in 2014. But the same election franchise that is used in the UK general election shall be used, so only 18s and overs can vote. However, recent polls show that many 18 to 25-year-olds don't see a need in voting as they feel too far away from the facts and the issue. So it will be a job for both campaigns to inform people of the facts in order for young people to make an informed decision on how they will vote in the upcoming EU referendum.